Today's Cowboys Report is taking a look at the off-season winners. Now, this is not just about how they fared at OTAs or Minicamp. It's also about some of the things they can't control, like contracts, for example, which, of course, they control somewhat. It's also about some of the roster moves that were made. If someone didn't get any competition, might be a winner. So I got 5 names here in no particular order who I thought were big-time winners for the Cowboys. The very first one, this one is in order, Dak Prescott. I don't know how many NFL players have had a better offseason than Dak Prescott. For starters, the $40 million a year deal, which was long overdue. Then he got a second bag from the Jordan brand to be actually their lead NFL partner. So huge contracts there. And oh, by the way, and this is good for the Cowboys too, Dak Prescott is healthy now. Like, that's about as well as the offseason could have gone for Dak Prescott. And I feel great about him entering the 2021 season. He was not cut in June, as one radio host tried to claim he might. That did not happen, so I could have put that as another positive side right there. Dak Prescott, I've got a lot of faith in. He's healthy. He's got the money now. He's got the supporting cast around him, minus the defense to an extent. I feel really good about having Dak Prescott as this team's quarterback. Is he Mahomes? No, of course not. But he is a top 10 quarterback, and I'm always trying to pay those guys if I stumble upon them like the Cowboys have done with back-to-back franchise guys. Now, this one is the winner's side. Do you want, though, a loser's version? If you do me a favor and share this video right now. If we get enough shares on our winner's one, the bosses say I can be mean and do a loser's one as well. All right, Tyler Biadasz next up here on our offseason winners list here. And this has less to do with how he's played in minicamp or OTAs or whatever, but with the way the Cowboys have treated him. The Cowboys are being given, or the Cowboys are giving Tyler Biadasz the starting job. That's the guy. They have not added any real competition. Yeah, they drafted Matt Farniok in the 7th round out of Nebraska, who I don't think I even scouted this year. Like, the Cowboys are saying, Biadasz, this is your job. Don't fail us. Yeah, they got Connor McGovern, who could play some center if needed. Hell, Zach Martin could go play center for you as well. And Matt Farniok. Okay, those aren't really options. This is Biadasz's job. Is he going to be Travis Frederick? That's probably asking too much. Like, that's not a very realistic goal for the Cowboys. But he showed promise last year. I feel pretty good about him. I am excited to see what he can do with a full offseason, training camp, preseason, etc., to get ramped up and take a step forward in year 2. So what do you guys think? Is one of the 2 guys we've mentioned the biggest Cowboys offseason winner, or is it somebody else altogether? Maybe it's Dak, maybe it's somebody else. Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. Let's hit Randy Gregory now. Again, this is a kind of sort of, I guess, about his on-the-field play. But this has been an unusual offseason for Gregory, and yet a normal one for most of the NFL. Randy Gregory, thanks to suspensions, off-the-field stuff, all the marijuana, etc., he's never had a normal offseason. He's never been able to just stick with the program, stick in the facility, train, preseason, all that. That has not been his thing. He's been deprived of that. He gets that this year. He's a great fit in the Dan Quinn defense. I am fully expecting Randy Gregory to have his best year ever. And that's not saying that much, but I saw the flashes last year. He's still not that old yet. I think this is going to be a massive year for Randy Gregory in the way that I haven't really felt it was going to happen before. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be your number 1 edge rusher. Brent Urban might play some, DT, defensive end roles. But I think Gregory is the heavy favorite right now to be edge number 2. I think as more of that Leo, sometimes stand up, sometimes not, outside edge rusher, that's a really good fit for Gregory. I would not be surprised, folks, if Gregory ended up doubling his sack production from last year. That would, by the way, be a career high. And if he got to 7 sacks, I'd feel pretty good about that if I were Gregory, if I were the Cowboys, and if, of course, Cowboys fans as well. So predict it for me, and if you want to go full homer, feel free. How many sacks will Randy Gregory have this season? Get your votes in right now in the comments section. We are still a little bit away from Cowboys training camp here, but we're putting out videos every single day, and that's not going away ever. So if you want Cowboys videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on repeat for eternity, hit that big red button and subscribe. If you want to have fun, want to chat some Cowboys, and get educated as well, then join us. We are getting closer and closer now to 95. Let's hit it before the bosses get too mad at me. Next up, CeeDee Lamb, and this is more for the on-field play at Minicamp/OTAs. The praise has been real, which, again, should not be a real surprise. I think that the Cowboys knew the day that Lamb was on the field last season that, okay, this kid's special, which was obvious on the film. Thank you, Raiders, for not taking CeeDee Lamb. Again, I appreciate that. He's been drawing the rave reviews again in camp, and with Dak Prescott back, with the quarterback healthy, and in theory, the O-line also a little bit healthier, CeeDee Lamb is going to go past 1,000 yards. Had Dak been the quarterback for every game last year with how bad the defense was, all three top receivers might have gotten to that 1,000-yard mark. Whether Lamb goes as your wide receiver 2 or 3, I think he's going to be wide receiver 1 this year, doesn't really matter. The talent, the impact Lamb has, I think is very obvious, and I am very excited to have him as a key part of this Dallas Cowboys team going forward. I think he is a special football player. He'll be wide receiver 1 or at least 1A, 1B with Cooper or whomever in the not-too-distant future. So what do you guys think? I am setting this as the over-under for CeeDee Lamb in receiving yards. I am intentionally picking a high one because I know how you guys vote. It's often the over. Trying to get 50-50, trying to not lose any money here. So get your votes in. Over or under 1,250 receiving yards for CeeDee Lamb. Type in O for over or type in U for under. The last of my off-season winners here. How about Jourdan Lewis? Maybe not the name you expected here. This, again, less to do with the on-field play, but more about what the Cowboys have committed to Jourdan Lewis. A 3-year, $13.5 million deal this offseason. Now, the way this deal is structured, the Cowboys can bail after a season if they want and or need to. But the fact that the Cowboys paid Jourdan Lewis what they did is an indication to me, and should be to all of you as well, that they think he's going to be a key part of this team. That they think Jourdan Lewis is going to be the nickel corner and stick in that role. Remember, this was the culmination, folks, of the Free Jourdan campaign. We won. We did it. Mission accomplished. Now we need to see Jourdan Lewis play well, right? Yes, Anthony Brown can handle some nickel corner role. But I think with the way Brown's deal now becomes structured after this second year of his extension, I think the plan here might be Jourdan Lewis is the nickel. If he's great, perfect, everything went according to plan, we can cut Anthony Brown after this year. And that would make Jourdan Lewis the nickel corner, a role I would have loved to have seen him had consistently for the past couple years. He hasn't really had that opportunity. Now, when he's been out there have been some plays for him. A ton of tackles for loss, 2 sacks, no interceptions this year, but he's had picks in the past. Frankly, I've been very impressed with what Jourdan Lewis is able to do in terms of his coverage ability. Now, that completion percentage for a nickel corner, folks, is actually fairly low. I don't love Jay Lewis, especially in the nickel or in the red zone area. He's just a bit undersized for that. But he makes plays around the ball. I want more consistency, but I think letting him be the full-time starter will result in that. So frankly, I'm pretty excited about Jourdan Lewis getting paid and being the full-time nickel. Now, hopefully he shows more growth. Their flashes are there, but I think he is an offseason winner because the Cowboys have finally committed to him.